Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. It's just going to be a quick one really. So I've created this page in the Ledger Journal using one of the tags that you watched me create in that play day the other day with the gloss and the clear gloss. I want to do the back of this. So, and if you're interested in this and these other animals are all part of my mixed media menagerie course, which is over on my website, and I will, when I've got time, add some more into there as well. There's lots of different animals that you can have a go at drawing. So these are some of the tags that I created when I was adding details onto these the other day. I love these little bear stamps, but I think I might actually see if I can find a way to use this one. But I did make quite a few little bear. This is my favourite. I mean, I wonder if I could do some more of those. Maybe that could go on another page. Aren't they cute? I think that'll be another. So what I want to do here is find a way to get that onto this page and see if I can incorporate the back of this tag on there as well. So I might let's use some paint. I think I'm going to go with orchid and turquoise. These make a lovely combination. I think I'm just going to put a piece of paper under there just because yeah, I'm messy. Okay, with that, let's get this nice big brush. Dry, my brush is dry, there's no water on it. So I'm going to treat this space as if it was a normal art journal page. Go in with a bit of paint and then I'll add some stenciling. I know that these two colours make a happy combination, so I'm not going to worry too much about washing my brush out. If they do mix, that's perfectly okay. In fact, these are two of my favourites when it comes to colour. Mixing those pinks and blues. The orchid and turquoise are a lovely combo. Okay, seeing as I've got this stencil here, I'm going to use this one. Let me just grab, I definitely need to get some more blending foams. I don't have many left, if I'm honest. They get to the point where they're so crusty that they, even though I wash them out, they've definitely got to go in the bin. They cannot be resurrected anymore. So let's pull some stenciling across here. I'm going to go in with turquoise in a minute. Let's find a different one. Kind of know what I'm after. Oh, I quite like this tornado one. Now, quite often if I use stencils that aren't on the Ranger website, it either means that I've had them a long time or I've kind of found them. I found them on eBay or even Amazon or Etsy. So sometimes it's just worth hunting around. If you see me using a stencil that you like the look of, and it's not on the Ranger website, because as Dina says, a lot of these stencils, once they've gone out of stock, they're not reproduced unless they are like absolute favourites. So that's like, as she says, it's a one and done. So just because you can't find it on the Ranger website doesn't mean it's not out there. It just means you might have to hunt a little bit harder. So that one was Tornado that I just used. And I think now I'm going to use this one, which I think is lattice. Yeah. I want to bring some white onto this background now because there's a lot going on, and if I pop that on there, that is just going to get a bit lost. So let's use a bit of white, or another contrast colour would work nicely. So there is a little bit of lemon, that kind of a yellowy colour in there, so that would also work. So now you think about where this is going to go, maybe there. So what I need to do is bring some white coming up here, leading to the tag. Oh, I love that. So I did this way rather than that way because it's going to point towards where the tag's going to go, is my thinking here. I don't want to disappear all the background, but if I keep popping this on, I can make sure that it's still working okay. And I've not gone too far. Yeah, I like that. That works really nicely. Okay, so let's get, I think that one might be near the end of its life. I think we're definitely going to need some white splatters on there. In fact, before I dry it any further, let's find a fan brush. I've got a little bit of white paint left on here. I might be able to. Oh, let's just get a bit more. Oh, they were large. Okay. Don't splatters just, oh my gosh, they're one of my favourite things to do. I'm always saying this, I have like so many favourite things to do, and each time I do them I go, oh, that's my favourite, and then I do something else and I go, oh, that's my favourite. But hey, it's all good. Right, so mustard is going to work quite nicely here, so I'm going to do a little bit of a glow behind where. Actually, let's try with the scribble stick, that would be fun. So this is one of the stamps that's in the one of the two new stamp sets that Dina's just released, and this has got like different squares with patterns in, and in fact let me grab it because I might even use some of those for some texture stamps, texture marks. So if that tag's going to go there, I'd quite like to put a little bit of a sort of warm around here. Like that. Yeah, I like that. And I might even bring it a bit higher. Right, those brushes are really rattly. You might have to go off there. You are putting me off. That's better. So my reasoning for this is that I'm just bringing another colour, and it's going to help draw attention to where that tag is, and it's also playing with those other colours quite nicely and creating a bit of a warmth. So I could, just to kind of make that make sense, then pop some circles of those up here, so that then that is somewhere else as well. If I grab my brush, I can then knock this back a little bit. I can kind of pull it around, and if it's too bold, I can, while it's wet, I can dab it and lift it off. Actually, I quite like that. And I'm just going to knock these back a little bit. So they're there, but they're not super obvious. Give this a dry. course you can go in and blot to help it dry, and that will also lift if there's anywhere where it's too much, you can lift that off. She's going to get stuck there, so I am just going to use this glue. This is the Dina Wakley Media Glue. It's fab, it sticks everything. In my mixed media work, I haven't found anything this won't stick, so it's good. Okay, let me grab that other stamp set in a minute. There's just one more thing that I suddenly thought we could do, which is I want to grab a scrap bit of typed ledger. And then I'm going to staple this on here. So I've created like a little tab where the top of the tag is. I like to put ribbon in them, but I think my journal ends up really bulky. And because I've got ribbon on the other side, I'm going to leave that one just with my little paper tab. Okay, it's kind of coming together quite nicely. Let me get the stamp set. So yeah, this face is from this one here, which is squared up, and it's got these lovely marks and patterns. I really like these lines on the edge. Oh yes, that works. Sometimes you do something and you're like, is that going to be okay? When it does work, it's very exciting. Okay, so now that carries the black across my page. Lola's gone out to sunbathe. Little black dog loves to sit in the sun. Hilarious. I don't know. Okay, now we just need a word. I have a little dish of found words that I keep in my studio. I'm hoping there's no little spiders hiding in here. I choose optimism. I quite like that. So they're taken from calendars. Now do it. I like that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. And I think sometimes it's a bit like when I use type ledgers, I'll just read them through, and if something jumps out at me, that will be what I use. And this jumped out at me today. So we've got now. Do it. Again, I'm going to go in with the glue. Okay, they might just benefit from a little border around them, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it. I think I will. So that's a really quick, fun, easy way to create on the back of a page that I did using the tags I made. I really like how that's come together. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.